with you, and oh, feeling so confused, and oh, crying all the time, and I'm losing my mind. Lord, I need you to change me, change me, change me, oh, change me, change me, change me, please change me.
Hello, family. Kayuk. Well, let's see. Going live. You see the title. Well, family, you know, this is what we have to do. So I put out our announcement to the people of what needs to happen, right? Indiantown Park is named Indiantown Park because it is Indian patented land that belongs to the Accawmacke Indians. Plain and simple. The fact that they had every intention of closing the park back in 2018 or whatever, and the only reason they have persisted in keeping it open is to keep the Accawmacke Indians from having it, is evil. And the fact that good people allow evil to daggone do the things that they do is just horrendous. It's horrendous. Like, how could you? Why would you? Like, these people are evil. So this is the thing. They're elected officials. Hey, I'm here, baby. We can do a petition and get them out. You don't have to stay in office, okay? These people that are in place, they can go, all right? They can go, get the signatures, they're out. This type of behavior will no longer be tolerated. It's insane. It's insane. You see, the reason the Negro Indian is in the condition that they are in is because we persist in allowing these people to win. They only are winning. They only allow to stay on top because we allow them to be. They are only here because we consent to their being here. They only have power because we consent to giving them power. Their power is fraud. They have no place here. Their homeland is somewhere else. They don't even belong here. Their power is fake. Their authority is fake. Any authority that they have, we give it to them, but we don't know it. We don't know it. You can't fix what you don't know. You can't stop what you don't understand. And we have to understand and understand what they're doing. And what they're doing is criminal. They act like, oh, you don't. No. You have to continuously commit crimes, lie, cheat, steal, mislead, and intimidate. So today they sent a letter of intimidation, and I'm here to share it with you because this type of lie, these types of lies, intimidations, and slander, a letter that has all types of people attached to it saying that that I am, or whoever, the Accawmacke, are what did it say? We're preventing, scaring, intimidating, whatever. We're keeping the public, doing things to the public, right? It's making a very false accusation about what we are doing. Because what we are doing is claiming what is ours. Nothing has been done to the public, okay? That is true, that they are misrepresenting the truth. They are lying. That's slander. That is slander. And they think they can intimidate and slander, and that'll make what is true and right go away. But you know what? The truth is gonna out. And the truth is already out. And you can't stop what is true and what is right. You can't stop it. It's too late. And the fact that the county administrator would be so this is sad. It's sad that you allowed these manipulative people, or I don't know if it's you, I don't think it's you, but you're allowing this to happen. You're partaking in this. Janice. What's the other person that put their name on the letter? Ooh. I guess you got to pay the boss for the position, pay the price for the position, but really? You want to be the fall guy for this type of treachery? This type of treachery? They have children playing on top of bodies, a burial ground. I'm not making this up. They're playing disc golf on burial grounds. I'm not making this up. And they have promoted this as recently as last month. They are sick, demented people to do such a thing. Let's go ahead and show the proof, because they're crazy to even show this kind of thing. Yeah, they're crazy to even show this kind of thing. They're promoting the fact that they're playing disc golf. Look, this is not even this is an immigrant. This is a recent immigrant right here. Right? These people are playing disc golf on top of our burial ground. And they're promoting it in the paper just a few weeks ago, y'all. That's sick, man. They know it because my letter hit before that to them. They knew it before the letter. They knew it all this time. The fact that you know that even the U.S. government notified you that you're to protect these Indian burial grounds, and you're gonna build a disc golf game in there over top of them in 2008 or whether 2010, and then you're gonna put a notice. See, this is what I'm telling you. They commit crime constantly to keep the things that they steal, to keep this stolen land, and to keep people under the mysticism of their lies. Just a few weeks ago, they put this in the paper promoting disc golf, and I'm telling you, that's the burial grounds. All that's the burial grounds. The baseball field, burial ground, is a grave site. They act like, and this is the thing. People that don't know the Eastern Shore, they don't, all the free open land that they have there, they act like that's the only place they could have a disc golf game. They are sick, wicked, and evil to do such a thing. I can't even understand the level of it. And they actually think that we're going to be intimidated to the point that we're not going to retake our land. We're taking it. It belongs to us. Your county town clerk took our money and processed a quitclaim with our patent on it being daggone. Our acceptance of patent is included in our quitclaim. We have activated, and daggone accepted, and daggone placed into court record the patented land that is Indiantown Park, which belongs to the Accawmacke. You will not desecrate our graves any longer. How sick and disrespectful is that? Look at that. 2024. They're going to put an article in the paper. An article in the paper, y'all. 2024. And they know that there's a grave site right there. They know it's called Indiantown Park. They know it is Accawmacke Indian Reservation patented land. They know this. These daggone people are sick, demented, and evil to do such a thing. How are you going to put an article in the paper? They're going to promoting some disc golf on a graveyard. Oh, sorry, no disclaimer, no truth, no truth in what we do. No truth in what we do in bringing your babies to play baseball on a baseball field that's on top of a graveyard. We're not going to let you know that. I sent this notice to many, many people. There are some good people that are disturbed by what these government officials, y'all elected, get them out. Get them out. They can be removed immediately. We just got to get some names, and you know that don't take no time today. Get them out. Oh, let's see. They wrote a letter to me today at 4:30. Let's look at it. Because you know what? I'm over it with these people. I'm over it with them. They don't get... Okay, let's see who it went to. It's written by Charles Kolakowski, County Administrator, May 13, 2024. It took him a while to send it through email, I guess. Decide to send it through email. He sat on it a couple of days. I don't know. And it includes the Board of Supervisors, Betsy M. Matt, Chairman, gone. Oliver H. Bennett, Vice Chairman, gone. John R. Croker, gone. L. Dixon Leatherberry, gone. And Ernest L. Smith Jr., gone. Ernest, you should know better. To be in league with this type of daggone behavior. See, I don't care, I don't care if you don't understand what I'm doing or how I'm doing it or how the Accawmacke have rights, or you don't understand the law, or you don't understand land patents. This you need to understand. It's a graveyard, y'all. You don't need to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing or what is happening with the Accawmacke or even a patent or how the patent works. You don't need to understand anything. But at the very least, the Board of Supervisors of Northampton County should understand it is a graveyard. And you built disc golf and a baseball field on the graveyard. And you knew it. Because why? Because it's actually in the deed that you received from the United States of this so-called corporation. They told you, protect the Indian burial grounds and maintain them. But instead, the county built a baseball field and a disc golf game on top of the Indian burial grounds. And all these people in this letter, plus they included, look, let's go and see who else they included at the letters, who they CC'd. Because see, everybody is in league with this, okay? They're in league with it. And guess what? If you're not in league with this, you are presumed to be in league with it because you're not in opposition. If you're not standing against this kind of thing, you are standing with it. If you're not standing against it, you're standing with it. If you are not against this type of evil, then you are with it. You are part of the evil. You are in the evil. You are consenting to evil. You see, ignoring is consenting. Let me say this so you can really understand me. People kind of think that, oh, what they doing? They gonna do what they gonna do. She ought to know they gonna do what they gonna do. She ought to know they ain't gonna get away with that. When you don't do anything, you're doing something. Hear me. When you don't do anything, you're doing everything. Let me say it another way. When you don't do anything, you're doing everything. You're doing the most when you do nothing. So if you say, "Ooh, they just evil. They gonna do all that. That's what they do. They always been that way. You gonna think you gonna change them? You're not gonna change them." You are the evil that they are because you sit in silence. You see, by consenting or not doing anything, you actually give the evil power. You give them the consent. You give them the go ahead. You give them the nod, the wave. Go and do what you do by just not doing nothing. See, that's one thing the Negro Indian needs to very, 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 very much understand and overstand going forward in this life and in this world and in this planet and the generations going forward. Maybe you too old to get your mind right. But the next generation needs to understand that when you don't do anything, you're consenting. And everything we do, everything they do to us, I should clarify, everything they do to us, spiritually, literally, legally, is based on a consent system, a system of consent. They can't do anything without your consent. And when you are silent, silence is consent. It's implied. Implied consent. Silence is implied consent. Just so you know. Just so you know. Really is. But anyway, I just want to let you know that this is what it is. I want to let you know how this works. See, this is the thing. Most people like to operate in secret. Most people don't want you to know how they're making moves or what those moves mean and what's be happening to them. But let me tell you, this is the age of truth. And those people who are the truth bringers, that's what I'm bringing you. I'm bringing you the truth. And there are others, but I'm one of them. And I'm going to let you know what is real and what is going on. I do not have any reason to lie or misrepresent. Now, why do these people want to lie and misrepresent? Well, first of all, they want to keep their power. Secondly, they're just mean and greedy, and they don't want to see and their job is to make sure that the indigenous Negro Indians don't know who they are, don't know what they have, don't know how to get it, don't know what their rights are. Because once we know who we are, once we know what we have, once we know what our rights are, the whole daggone country will go upside down because they have no power. They have no rights. And they have no they don't have any daggone right to the land or the resources or anything. They are illegal immigrants, all of them. And it's not even a joke. See, people try to talk about like, oh, it's a historical fact. Yeah, everybody's an immigrant. Yeah, they try to be light about it. No, baby, it's a real deal, right to this actual minute fact. Everything in this daggone corporation is based on a lie. And therefore, they don't have any real power over anything because nothing they have done has been upright. And they have to keep building on these lies in order for all of this to stand. And you have to believe it. You have to give consent to it. So they put all this work and it's telling you you're from Africa and telling you you're this and telling you, giving you a fake history. Oh, we explored. Oh, we found it. Oh, we built. Oh, we discovered. Oh, we did this. You know, all of this stuff. Oh, we divine. Oh. We have the right. Statute of limitations. They just make up rules. They make up rules. It's like if somebody came to your house, went to your printer, printed up some money and said, this is mine because I printed it up and this is my daggone money I printed on your print. That's what they did. They just barged in, took some scraps of paper, printed up some shit, and then took all your shit and said, here, I paid you for it. Just crazy stuff. And anyway, they never even paid anybody. They lie about everything. They built everything on lies. But because we do not oppose, because we just consent over and over again, you have no recourse if you consent. You have no recourse if you don't know who you are. You have no recourse if you don't understand what the law really says about what you're doing. Letters like this would intimidate you if you didn't understand that this letter is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You want to hear how ridiculous? Let me read it. To you, it might not sound ridiculous, but I'm going to read it and explain how ridiculous it is. Let's go for it. Hold on. Let me get it. Do I need to get it bigger for y'all? I'm not really sure, but here we go. Okay. I don't understand why I don't see comments or anything, but whatever. Okay. I don't see comments, y'all. So if y'all are posting comments for some reason, my comments aren't showing. And maybe y'all not making comments, but that's okay. That's okay. Because I know I'm shadow banned, but guess what? God is good. And he can break through the shadow bans. God is good. And the right people are going to see this. God is good. And there are good people out there that are going to do good things. You know what? I know what's going to happen. And I know that this is not even a concern. But I know I need to publicly declare that this is not a concern. And I need to publicly declare this for the fraudulent intimidation and slander that it is. Let's roll on this. Okay, let me get to the letter. Okay, it's written to Miss Lisa Cypress. And then it says via email, lcypress at iCloud. I don't know, whatever, that's weird. Anyway, Miss Cypress, I am writing in response to your recent messages to the county regarding Indiantown Park, including but not limited to the following. Email to Northampton County Recreation Director urging her to close Indiantown Park now. 2. Letters to the Northampton County Board of Supervisors and others demanding possession of Indiantown Park on June 21st, 2024 as Chief Clan Mother of Accawmacke Indian Nations. You indicate you are seeking, I didn't say anything about seeking to reclaim. No, the park is ours. It will be occupied. You are indicating you are seeking to reclaim the land and fine the Board of Supervisors for trespassing. Yes, it's not seeking, but we are reclaiming our property because it is patented to us, and it's not a matter of seeking. It's a matter of it's ours. It's also a matter of legally in the court that was recorded to us twice. And it also included our patent being daggone actually declared, claimed, and reclaimed on behalf of the quitclaim of the land to us. The third thing it says is that signs posted in Indiantown Clark claiming ownership and informing citizens lawfully utilizing park that they are in threat of trespassing. No, they are not lawfully utilizing the park. First of all, because it's patented Indiantown land. See, they say that they're lawfully using the park. No, they are trespassing, because when something has been quitclaimed and now it is in my possession because I paid the money. The county took the money, okay? The quitclaim has been recorded. It is a property of the Accawmacke Indians. First it was quitclaimed by me in 2021. And 2024, it was quitclaimed by the Accawmacke Nation. It is trespassing. It's not even a threat. It's actual trespassing. And I have the right to post on the property that I have daggone legally. It's not even a legal thing as far as even within the court today, because the patent supersedes all those courts and supersedes the whole quitclaim system. The patent is the supreme title. It's not a question of it's a question of being polite by putting the signs up and informing them of trespassing, because really it's your property, period. When it's your patented land, that is supreme title. If the county wants to oppose it, they need to try to find a mechanism to do so, because they know for a fact that we have a patent. They can't deny that. What are you claiming anyway? It's not even a claim of ownership, because you know that the Indiantown Park, you called it Indiantown Park, for God's sakes. It is patented Indian reservation land. You know this. You know it belongs to the Accawmacke Indians. So why are you even writing a letter trying to say that we're claiming anything? It's a fact, and you know it. Then they write, in view of your reported, what is a reported? What is reported where? Inappropriate behavior, making threats against park visitors, and the above actions. No threats have been made. So now you're slandering me, right? This letter with all these people attached to it is slander. Nobody made any threats to any park visitors. That is a lie. Okay? And it's slander. Let me remind you that the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld Northampton County Circuit's court's decision confirming you have no ownership rights in Indiantown Park, and therefore no right to make any citizen using the county old park leave. Now, this is a bold-faced lie, because the Court of Appeals has no jurisdiction over a land patent. And the only thing they decide was based upon them calling a land patent real estate, which a land patent is not real estate. So they did some witchcraft, word witchery, legalese to try to dismiss in order to dismiss the case, to wiggle out of a case which really, if the court had been ethical, they would have dismissed it for a lack of jurisdiction, because the truth of the matter is the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals, nor does any U.S. court, have jurisdiction over Indian patented land that predates the United States. They don't have any jurisdiction. And if the courts were honest, they would have claimed that. But they're not honest. The courts aren't honest, and this whole system is fraud, and it's illegal. It's illegal. Many months of battling in the courts determined that you failed to state a claim on Indiantown Park for which relief could be granted. Now that's, like I said, that's bullshit, because the reality is the court should have said from the beginning it was out of their jurisdiction. They have no jurisdiction over a land patent case. But what they did was they constantly reiterated. No, actually, what they did was sit on it in silence for a very long time. And then they brought in a young Caucasian judge who just unceremoniously dismissed it after I had proven that the Northampton County failed to appear. Instead of dismissing them, she unceremoniously dismissed the entire case against me. See, that's how corrupt the courts are. The Northampton County failed to appeal at all in the U.S. Court of Appeals, yet my case was dismissed. The corruption is very high and very, very, very big when it comes to anybody knowing that the rights of the Negro Indians in America. We're not supposed to know our rights. We're not supposed to claim our land, and we're not supposed to daggone know the truth about the history or the law. But I know, and I know they don't have any right to tell me that we cannot occupy the park. We cannot. Everything that I said we can do, we will do. They don't have. This letter is supposed to intimidate me. It fails to intimidate, and it failed, but it does slander. This letter is to give you fair warning that the county has a right to suspend you from the county port. They don't have a right to suspend me. How? How do you have a right to suspend someone who has quitclaimed it to them and has a patent? And quitclaimed it with the patent included in the quitclaim, showing that you have the supreme title. How do you, the county, who daggone you, don't even have any right to be here? Who are you, Northampton County? A bunch of illegal immigrants, pirates, coming to a land that is not your own and working very hard constantly to keep us from getting anything that you have stolen back. How evil is that? Wow. Suspend you should you harass park visitors or stay after posted hours. So now they're threatening that they're going to try to do what? Suspend them. How are you going to suspend somebody from their own property? The Northampton County Parks Policies and Procedure Manual provides that the facilities are for public's enjoyment, relaxation, family fun, and disobeying park rules may result in any offenders being asked to leave and with more formal action if necessary. The policy provides that the park hours should be posted and visitors should be courteous to others and proper conduct is expected by all. Please conduct yourself accordingly. Violations of park rules may result in your being asked to leave and a county-imposed park suspension. Violation of county suspension may be subject to a charge of trespassing under the Virginia Code of 18.3-119, trespass after having been forbid to do so. Penalty. That's what's going to be used against the Board of Supervisors and the Parks Department. That code is going to be used against the Board of Supervisors and the Parks Department because you are trespassing because you don't have title. So now you're going to have to prove that you have title to the park. You're being forced to prove you have the supreme title. Where's your patent, Northampton County? Where's your patent, Parks Department? There is no statute of limitations on a patent. A patent is not real estate. That court decision didn't decide anything about the land patent or anything about the Accawmacke Indians land patent or even Lisa Cypress as the daggone descendant of three grandparents of the past, ancestral grandparents who actually had the last legal claim to the patented land. So they said this to the sheriff's office. Ooh, that's very, very intimidating. The county attorney and the board of supervisors. This is slander. Somebody should have known that this is a slanderous piece of information. Charles Kolakowski, this is slander. And it's also a threat. It's very intimidating. And it's absolutely false. Because you don't have any superior right to that land. and you are desecrating historical Indian burial sites. You are having children play over top of a cemetery. That's what you're doing. Playing on top of a cemetery. So they wrote this letter today, y'all. At 4:36, they sent this. Well, they wrote it on the 13th, but I guess they got the Kohanas to do it, to send it at 4:36. And the sister is the one who emailed it, sadly. The things we do for a job. The things we do for a pat on the head. It's sad. Well, I'm here to tell you that they don't have any authority, and that we're taking what is ours. Period. And if they want to make this, let me tell you something. I want it to be international, because it's an international thing. And it will be an international incident if they want it to be. I want it to be an international incident. I want all the light and all the smoke to come on this situation. Because once all the light and all the smoke comes on this situation, the whole entire planet is going to change. See, what they don't want is for people to know about this situation. Because once you know that, oh, we're really the Negro Indians, and they can't, what? They never had a right here. They don't have a right today. They never have. All this legal ease and legal stuff, that's all a bunch of lies. They don't have any jurisdiction over us. Not over the original people, not over the daggone indigenous Negro American Indians. No. Especially over our land, patented land. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The courthouse is on our land, patented land. The jail is on our land. All that stuff's getting taken back. All that stuff. It's over. It's over. And they think that they can use slander, intimidation to try to stop it. They don't have a right to stop what is legal, correct, and right, even by their devious, demonic, corrupt standards. It is legal and correct that the person that has the true title, the supreme title, gets the land. That's simple. See, the judge never called it a patent. So the judge skipped over the fact it was a patent, ignored it because they can't decide on a patent. So the judge kept calling it real estate and then decided on real estate. But that's not a decision for our patent at all. So therefore, Northampton County and Mr. Kolakowski, the patent has never been decided because the court has no jurisdiction and failed to decide on the patent. The patent still is supreme title. And that daggone case is null and void. It means nothing to me because I don't have real estate that I'm claiming. We're claiming a land patent. Decide on that. Because the land patent is the law. The land patent is higher than the authority of the United States Corporation or any court system they have. And if you don't know it, then you can't do anything. But I have informed everybody from Biden, the Homeland Security. I've informed people we are taking our land back. We have the land patent. Northampton County can put a letter out and make me feel like, oh, I'm scared they're going to ban me. But they don't have any right. They don't have any right to use any muscle or intimidation or slander against me. And they definitely don't have a right to ban me from a property that belongs to the Accawmacke Indians and doesn't belong to them. And they don't have a right to stop us from protecting our burial grounds, to protecting our family that you're desecrating. They don't have a right to stop that. That's right. We do have to remember that we're dealing with criminals and that they're terrorists and they're very sick. That's right. That's right, James. That's absolutely the fact. That's what they are. They're evil. They're evil and they're corrupt. And there's a lot of people willing to compromise themselves in order to play with these daggone entities, in order to get a pat in the head or get a check. And then you're compromised, right? So then you can't stand up and do anything that is going to oppose them because you got that pat on the head, baby. You got that check. So yeah, and guess what they do? They give you the check and then they take that check away. And they give you the pat and then they take the rug out from under you and they demify you, they vilify you. Right? You don't want to be compromised by this corrupt corporation. They're criminals. They come from criminals and they're criminals. They are corrupt. That's what you don't want. You don't want anything that they are trying to give you. You don't want any handout that they're trying to give you, because as long as you are compromised, you can't do anything. Not that I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they don't owe you stuff. Like, I'm not saying, I actually believe that the Negro Indians need to get everything. They need money, grant money, all kinds of government. Everything the government has needs to go to the Negro Indians. Everything. Checks, gold, silver, copper, money, land. Every government resource support system should go to the Negro American Indians, period, because they owe us. However, when these people fail to actually acknowledge the truth, fight the system, establish that they will not be compromised, and then take handouts, you ain't nothing but somebody that's their puppet. You just a coon for the coin. And that's a whole different kind of thing. That you don't want to be. You really don't. You don't want to be that person that is getting getting used by the powers that be. Let me show you I showed you that picture of the Get This Golf article. The audacity, right, of them to actually use use us and put an article out promoting the disc golf over the graveyard. Okay, so let me get this picture. This is part of the letter. I think it's like a 4-page letter that I sent out to about 100 or more than 100 different people in Northampton and out of Northampton about what's going on. And more, more information, that's okay. More people need to know about this. That's all I got to say. More people need to know about it. Because that's the thing. They don't want people to know. But go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and call the police on us? Why don't you create something? Okay? Because once we got a lot of Accawmacke out there. You might not be aware. But once you start doing stuff against the Accawmacke, for real, oh yeah, it's gonna set fire. It's gonna be explosive because people are going to get very, very upset, and it will become something that you don't want to happen. Because really, trust and believe, the U.S. corporation doesn't want this to get out. Northampton's already in trouble for all the shit that it has gotten this far. So they don't want it to get out. But go ahead. Keep fighting what we're doing, and that's the more it's going to get out. Because this will never end. This fight's never going to end. You're never not going to have us in taking over our land. We are taking our land back. It's not even an attempt. It is actual. We're taking our land back. It is in action. It is happening. So if you do dramatic things to stand in the way of us taking our land back to ourselves, taking the ownership of what belongs to us, then you're going to publicize something that the entire world doesn't want the Negro Indian to know. And let me tell you, it's not just the U.S. corporation. It's the entire planet, because the entire planet conspires to keep the secret of the Negro Indian and what we have. And also, the entire corporation doesn't want you to know the resources, the value of everything that we have here. There's oil on the Eastern Shore, just like there's oil in Louisiana, just like there's oil on the coast of there going of Houston. There's oil here. The resources in the U.S., the America, are just mind stopping. The amount of resources that are in the Americas are just like overwhelming compared to the rest of the planet. They don't want you to know what's here. They don't want you to know what you have a right to do. They don't want you to know what resources you have. They want you to be intimidated by silly letters that say, you're going to be banned. We might call the police on you. We're going to jail you. What are you going to do? You're going to exacerbate this to the point that it's great. I love it. Let's get this going. Start the fire. Go ahead and exacerbate this situation so the whole world knows. Let's shine the light on what the Accawmacke are doing. Why don't you? Please shine a light on what we're doing. Because I want all the Negro Indians to know what their rights are. I want them all to know what they can and should be doing. So let's shine a light, Northampton, on it. Please do what you say you're going to do in the letter. As if you have the authority to keep me off my ancestral property. It's my direct grandparents' property. First of all, not is it just Accawmacke land, but my 3 direct lineage grandparents, that is my property. Via Indian land patented reservation land, and you're gonna tell me that this guy who works for the park, all y'all are just workers. You, what are your rights to this? You're employed or elected, and we can, baby. I'm gonna get. I am going to send a. I'm gonna get y'all out of office. I'm gonna get you out, and before I get you out, you getting malfeasance. You all that are corrupt, and you know who you are. I've already sent letters notifying several people that they are going to be litigated against. Pressure believe I may not be getting into it right now, but y'all gonna get it. If I sent you a letter, y'all gonna get it. It's not a matter of whether I will or not. It's a matter of when. When is it gonna come? And you know what? For all that you all do every day and the wicked way you do these things, because see, anybody else would be like, this letter, I better stay away. No. And for me, one thing, how long have we been going back and forth? You better understand me. This kind of thing inspires me. Doesn't intimidate me at all. It inspires me. I am inspired. Thank you. Thank you very much for your inspiration. I appreciate you because this inspires me. And what I want is to make sure that this next generation, they know. You can't fool them. You won't be able to. I won't allow it. No one will be able to tell them who they are, what they can and cannot do. And if you do, you're getting out. You're getting out of office and you're getting litigated against. Period. Because that's the way their ancestors used to roll. We used to litigate. We didn't take anything. It took y'all so long to get to this country and get a hold of anything. Y'all just got it in the last 70 years. Y'all just got shit in the last 70 years. Y'all couldn't get a hold of this daggone country for nothing. But see, the Negro Indian don't understand the history, so they don't know. Because they listen to all the misinformation you put down on the media. So they think, we're the founders, we did all this. No. Y'all just got a hold of anything in the last 70 years. Y'all didn't have nothing. Y'all didn't do nothing, didn't have nothing. And now it's about to be gone because we're taking it back. And we're never going to let it go. Ever, ever, never again. And let me tell you, this is not even just this is not a race thing. This is about evil and good. This is a spiritual thing. Principles and principalities. Cause there are many, not many, but there are some people that look just like me who are more problematic than anybody. They gotta go. Some of them look like me, but they're foreigners. Or they may be family, but they gotta go. Everybody can get some. If you're on the side of evil, you got to go. Because we are people that are directed by God. And you may not believe in God, but that's you. But the reality is, we know that this is divine. And we are led by the Spirit. And we will not be deterred. We're a very loving people. We love everyone. We know, we can feel you. We know when you're family. You might be whiter than white and have all blue eyes and blonde hair. But we know when you're family and we know when you're not. And it's a spiritual thing. Our people are our people. Period. And there are people that are going to be on our side and going to be spiritually with us. And there are people who are demonic, evil predators, and they must go. And all you got to do is tell them, be gone. And I'm telling you, Board of Supervisors, be gone. And you can be removed. And we will work tirelessly. Let me tell you something. This kind of thing motivates me. And I'm going to start digging into your personal shit. There's a lot of stuff that's on the internet about your real estate dealings and your misdealings and your tax misdealings. You're not an Indian non-tax, but you act like you're one. You take people's land for their tax fines and you give it away to each other like it's water. Well, water's not even free. You give it away like it's air. Let's go looking into what you do. Your little dirty dealings that you all have. And I have records on all of y'all. Because I've been looking at this thing way longer than my case. I've been looking at this information since early in the 2000s. Y'all better understand me when I tell you that this is very, very sick that you would try to intimidate and slander the Accawmacke Indians and think that that's going to work. That you can justify making babies play on an Indian burial ground, baseball, having people run into a park. Let me tell you about Indiantown Park. This is what I really need to tell you because y'all don't know. It is where it's a drug trafficking area. It is that's the major activity that goes on in Indiantown Park. On my mother and father's grave, I promise you, this is what that is done in that park. You see various men go into the park with duffel bags and come out, go back, duffel bags, backpack. They're not playing disc golf. They are exchanging drugs. They go in and out. They meet in the woods. They come out. They come out, coming out. Some of them you see are on the drugs in the park. And I'm talking about heavy drugs. I'm talking about deadly drugs. It is a major drug trafficking area on the Eastern Shore, Indiantown Park. And the police force is very much aware that they traffic drugs there. It is a known fact. Allegedly, not even allegedly. Allegedly, it is where they traffic drugs, and allegedly the police force is very much aware of it. They look the other way. On purpose, allegedly. The park is for drug trafficking. It is not a major place for kids to play. It's a major place for drug exchanges to go on. The mules meet at Indiantown Park. That's the major problem that we have to contend with as Accawmacke Indians, is the fact that they have major drug exchanges going on there. And these daggone county officials, what, you don't know? Not only do you have the children playing on top of playing baseball on top of Indian graves, but you've got major drug trafficking going on in the park. And you're condoning all of that. Thank you, Mr. Kalakowski, or whatever your name is, for condoning the drug trafficking that's going on in your park every day. I'm not even there every day. But on every occurrence that I have been there, I have witnessed what is going on. And I'm not even like, Miss City Girl, know everything. I'm not that. I'm not even really that, as far as like, but it's obvious. It is that obvious. That's right, James. That's right. The sleeper has awakened. That spell they put us under no longer work on the indigenous people. They are afraid and they should be. We came back to fight and to win. We are the ancestors. Yes, we are. We are the ancestors. That is very true. We are definitely the ancestors. That is a fact, 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 fact. Facts. 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 But see, we're trying to do something positive, right? We're trying to get back what is ours and create a whole the whole truth in our culture and protect our history and protect our ancestral bodies, their and stop the desecration. See, at no time in that letter do they mention anything about protecting the graves, anything about respecting the burial site. These people are, that's, to me, that's just allegedly, that's demonic. Like, how could you be so callous as to just disregard the fact that, hello, you got people playing disc golf on a burial site? See, right here in this letter, I say it says it. That's not a letter. That is actually the deed that they received from the United States when the United States used to have a space station there. Why? Because it's a very important place in line with the stars and with the solar system, because it's our ancestral grounds. It is our ancestral. It's where our most holy ancestral family are buried, and they play baseball on top of their bones, and they don't care. And evidently, does anybody else in the county care? Obviously, Janice doesn't care. She sent the email. Daniel doesn't care. He wrote the email. Nowhere in this letter do they address, what about the graveyard? What about the bodies? What about the desecration? What about playing baseball on top of the bodies? When did they address that? What about the fact that it is patented to my people, but more specifically, my three of my grandparents? Direct. What about that part? How does these people that are working jobs have the right to bar me from my family land, my family patented land? What gives them that right? And why would you even have the audacity to put that in writing? Ugh. See, that's how wicked and corrupt the system is. We need to really wake up to this. Yeah, we really do. Because they are doing the most. Like, every time I see the disc golf picture, because y'all, let me tell you something. I just saw this article today. I didn't even know this was. See how the ancestors work? I didn't even know they did an article just last month about disc golf, try to promote it. See, these people are so wicked. Let me tell you how and it's not all of them. There's some very good people on Eastern Shore. I want to let you know that in Northampton County, there are some very good, wonderful people. But when I come to town and I'm heading to the park, people will get in their cars. They will make phone calls. And I'm not even exaggerating. They will run to their cars and put it and make a phone call and cars will run to the park and they'll run out there and try to pretend they want to play some disc golf. I promise you. That's how evil they are. You know why I know they're evil like that? Because I happen to be in there just checking on the major grave, the king's grave, one of the king's graves, making sure it looked looked okay. I didn't have to do any maintenance. So I came right back out because it looked all right. And as I came right back out, they were coming in trying to act like they wanted to play some disc golf. And as soon as I left, because I left immediately, I parked at a cousin down the street. I parked my truck in their driveway, and I saw them coming out right behind me. Right behind me. They spent not even 5 minutes in the park. They just wanted to show up because I was there. That's how wicked they are. They feign wanting to use the park because I was there. How sad is that? They seriously, 4 cars left the park right behind me. I hid in a daggone, I'm not really hid, but I parked in the driveway of one of the cousins and watched them. They drove right out of the daggone park after I left. Basically made a U-turn, trying to pretend that they were in there wanting to use it. Just to be evil and spiteful and crazy. How weak is that? You don't have anything but what you don't know. You need to find out about your homeland. Where are you from? From Scotland? You from Scandinavia? Where you from? Are you Scandinavian? What are you? Whatever you've got in your life, you need to figure out your history and what you have in your homeland. Because I guarantee the same corrupt people that came over here and took stuff from you, and that's why your prisoner ancestors or your orphan ancestors ended up slaves in America. You need to find out about your history instead of trying to keep me from what is legally ours. Stop getting away in a place that's not even yours to be getting away. What's wrong with you? So weird and weak and fragile. Stop it with your fragility. It's so sad. You want to stop people from having what belongs to them. Really? By any means necessary. By lying, putting out bulletin boards, daggone historical markers calling us African, putting out movies about us, calling everybody in history African American, doing all these deceptive things to keep it not only from us now, but in the future. You want future generations to think that they are African mixed or African descent, so that they can't be the Indians that they really are, that actually are entitled to what they're entitled to. That's genocide. That's theft. And that's what they're doing en masse. It's sick. It's sickening and it's sad. But it's not going to work. Because I'm going to fight all that stuff. And I got a whole bunch of Accawmackes that are way more, they on it. They're on it stronger than you. They're on it stronger than me. The future is not looking good for the Board of Supervisors based upon the Accawmackes I see that are younger than me. The future's not good. Because compared to what the future holds, I'm easy. I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all not ready for this. And guess what? Your children don't want to fight this. You might want to fight it, but your children ain't got the interest. Your grandchildren don't have the interest. Your nieces and nephews, they don't have the interest. Not on your level at all. Your grip is slipping. Your grip is slipping. And your ability to intimidate is not there. You have no ability to intimidate because you have no legal stance. You have no legal right. You have no stronghold. You have none. It is not your land. You work for an entity that's not even real. What are you doing? How can you fight me on something you don't really have any right to? None of you. None of you. Wow. You think you can win. Betsy Map, please stop. These people are old. They're not well, and they're going to continue to be unwell. Oliver H. Bennett, John R. Croker, L. Dixon Leatherberry. That is a Negro name. That's a Negro Indian name. It's a stolen name. These people have things because their people came here as prisoners, paupers, and orphans, and they took on Negro Indian names. Ernest L. Smith, you ought to know better. Shame on you. Shame on you. What are you doing? Somebody has to say no. You can't live your life being a daggone puppet. Somebody has to stand up. What are you afraid of? These people don't have any power. They don't have any right. They don't have anything. There's nothing to fear. Literally. Nothing. Your ignorance is what you should be worried about. Because if you didn't know better, that letter might scare somebody, but it sure don't scare me. I find it encouraging. Because it reveals that, first of all, you just slandered yourself. So there, I got you. And the other thing is, it also reveals that you don't give a doggone about desecrating the grave sites at all. So you are corrupt beyond my comprehension. The other thing it shows is that you think you can just talk about policies that you made up for a made up park, for a made up ownership that's not even a ownership, because you can't own anything that is already patented. That's like saying, well, oh, I just made up, I got my new letter and it says it's mine. That's bullcrap. It's patented. It's been patented. It could never be yours. It's not yours. It's not yours, Northampton. None of the patented land belongs to anyone who is on it now, period. And I'm not going to have to fight you about it. You're going to have to fight us. And you can't win. You can't win because it's patented. It is the supreme patent, the supreme title. So there's no fighting the truth. Like, I don't understand what the world. Like, y'all are just being silly. Y'all are being silly. It's time. The lies are over. There's no more to really say. Real people do real things, and other people who don't have any truth behind them, they lie and they make up stuff. It is our job to not consent. It's our job to voice the fact that we do not consent. Not only that we don't consent, but we disagree. Because your silence is consent. So everybody who says, I ain't saying nothing, well, okay, you cannot say anything, but you're the reason they have power. You cannot say anything, but you're the reason they get away with it. And then when your grandson gets locked up, you concerned, right? Right? When you get your grandson is locked up, then you concerned about what they do and what they can't do and can't do to you. But other than that, you give your consent to everything they do. So I guess you consent to your grandson being locked up too, because that's what it means when you give consent. You give them the power to lock up your grandson as well. Yes, you do. So don't, I mean, and you know, I'm an ethical person. So I ain't gonna help nobody that's about the bull crap. Like if you're doing dumb stuff That's fine if you're dumb stuff, but you actually are ethical in how you handle yours. But unethical, I don't help. No, if you're unethical, I'm not helping you. I don't help anybody that's not in line with being a real Accawmacke and being enrolled in the nation. You have to do things correct and right. We have real genealogy, real research on you, real enrollment, and you have to make sure that you are not an African American, because we're not African Americans. So you have to make sure you clarify your identification. You can't be an African American and be an Accawmacke Indian. We are Indians. We are Accawmacke Indians, period. Okay? So when you are silent and you sitting on the sidelines, that's the reason these croakers and leatherberries and all these other these entities, that's why they have power. That's why they can do stuff, or they try to do stuff. They really can't do anything but write a silly letter. That's silly. That's silly, Daniel. Shame on you, Daniel. Shame on you, Janice. Shame on all of you. That's silly. Writing that silly letter. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I hope your children see this. I hope your grandchildren see this. I hope all of y'all grandchildren see this. And I hope they're ashamed of you. Because where you are, you're on the wrong side of history. You are not being gracious, fair, or just. You're being evil, deceitful, and corrupt. And I hope that your progeny see you for who you are. Okay? I hope that's the legacy you leave behind. Because this kind of stuff is never going to win. You're never going to win. Never going to win. Never going to win. It never is going to end. And it's never going to end. We try to do the right thing. Keep it positive. We're trying to create a whole new economy on the Eastern Shore. We're trying to make life better for everyone, not just the Accawmacke Indians. But you're standing in the way of progress, trying to be stingy and crazy and corrupt. But you're just going to have to move out the way or disappear. Whatever, it's your choice. But this is the fact. We will work to get you out of office. That can be done. It really can. You can be gone out of office. For real. You don't have to keep your good jobs. That can be gone. We got lots of qualified people that can take your place. And now the other thing, many of us are moving back. Let me tell you, the energy for everybody moving back is strong. Y'all don't understand me what I'm saying. We're coming home because we got a home to go to and homes to go into. So this train is a moving on. You can be on board or you cannot be on board, but it's a moving. Believe it. It's not stopping for anybody. That's the thing about it. We are moving on. The train is moving. Understand it. Let's see what it wants. It's not playing. That's weird. Let's see this. Well, I guess YouTube is playing with my ability to share certain things. That's okay. That's weird. Okay, but that's okay. If I can't share it now, I'll share it later. It's okay that I can't play my videos. I wanted to, but if it don't work, it's all good. Let's see. I'll try one more time. It's a little bit. It's saying like it's having a hard time. It's like slow download. I don't even know why that is. My signal is wonderful and strong. So why it's not playing? It's so anyway, yeah. So it's fine that it's not showing. It's okay. But anyway, so yeah, it's happening irregardless of who wants to actively consent or not consent. But let me tell you something. When you don't say anything, your silence is consent. And then it'll be like, they got power. They don't have any power without us. They don't have any power without you. They have nothing. It's like you're the batteries for everything. It is your energy is required for all things to happen. Without you being present, without you being activated, without you adding to the situation, without you, and this is the thing, like I said, you not saying anything is implied that you are giving your consent. You being silent it is implied that you're giving your energy to it. That's why it's very important that you say, no, heck no, no, I object, no, I do not give consent to this. This is wrong. This is wrong. You know what? Let me tell you something. For people that really don't want to get involved, this is what you could do. You don't even gotta say anything to anybody. Just put a comment in this video. Maybe you live on the Eastern Shore and you don't want people to know. You could just make a daggone YouTube a profile and comment on the video. You don't got to use Facebook. You could make a YouTube profile, call yourself Tomahawk, person or Tree Lady. I don't care, but you can comment and show your consent or show your opposition to what they're doing. You could tell them, look, you can actually say, look, this is wrong. That's it. But probably I'm gonna put on Facebook. I'm gonna put a poll out there. Probably I don't even know. I don't even know if it's worth it. I don't even know because you know what? I don't need the numbers of people to really because the reality is they have no power. Period. I would like it if for your own edification that you would actually for once stand on the side of what is right. That's what I would like for your life and your soul and your karma, whatever you want to call it, your energy to be right, you to be right with God, you to be right with your ancestors. For once, I would like for everybody that I care about, people that I don't know that I may care about, to do what's right. And that is to do the right thing. What is ethical, what is moral, what is fair, what is legal is to be on the side that is the justice side, which is if it's the people. It's the original people's land, and we never ever, it never ever stopped being our land. It was just a bunch of thieves that came in and daggone lied and said, it is not yours anymore because we said so. Boobada boobada. That's all that happened. They came in, they lied and said, it's not yours no more because we say so. Ooh. And then they continued to put out papers and words that said it was theirs, but it never was theirs. And it isn't theirs now. And we went through the trouble to actually put it in writing that it's ours, which is crazy because they write about us like we were some kind of primitive people, but we were so advanced that we secured our inheritance in court. They took care of us hundreds of years ahead of us. That's how astute and caring our ancestors were for us. We need to be that same way for the future. Secure the bag for the future, just with the same way they secured the bag for us. That's what I'm saying. You said I gotta refresh the page? The whole page? How does that work? Are y'all right? I really still have to do that? Really? Oh, I never did that before. Do I still need to refresh the page? It just said that at 6. I don't know. But anyway, if I refresh the page and I disappear, I just want to say thank you, everyone. Anna, I appreciate you. And Kina. And I just want to let you know that, yes, this is how they're doing things. This is a sad, pitiful way in how they try to sidestep the Indians. But that stuff doesn't work. We ain't got to worry about it. I'm gonna refresh the page real quick. Ooh. They say some of my changes will not be saved, but ooh, let me see. Yep, that was not the move. I lost all my videos. Everything I had uploaded to go on the stage is gone. So yeah, that's not, that was not the move. Refreshing was not it. But anyway, next time I'll have some videos, and I definitely want to talk about some things that I've been, really deep diving in and researching that I find is interesting. And I just want to let you guys, keep you updated, because I haven't even gone into some of the real details of what we're doing and what has them acting the way they acted or feeling the way they're feeling. But hey, you spent so much time working on these lies. I mean, generation after generation, they all upheld the lies. They all upheld the theft. And they do it so recently. Look at that. A disc golf daggone newspaper article just last month. Trifling. And they know they built it right on top of the graveyards. What? They don't mention that, right? No. They just show somebody, oh yeah, I'm playing disc golf. This is fun. They want more people to come out there and desecrate the graves. That's demonic, man. That's demonic. Anybody who cares, anybody who's hard, because a lot of people have a very, religiously, they have a very soft spot about, respecting the dead. A lot of Jewish people, they are very, very sensitive to, respecting the dead. This is desecration. It's horrible. That's right. That's really bad. So I mean, we have to work on that. We just have to work on the fact that, hey, you have to say something. You can't just be a part of things, that you can't just be getting along just to get along, and you cannot just be silent. And you cannot let them make you be a pawn for them for a pat on the head or a check. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If they're trying to get you involved with anything that says African American, you are an agent. You're a government agent. You're being used, or you are willingly being used. And don't trust anyone who is any part of that. If they're doing some African American tours in Virginia or any state in this country, they're a part of the colonization system. Whether they know they're being used or not, they are government agents of destruction, because what they're doing is genocide. They are making sure that the next generations of us are confused about who they are. And that is genocide. Peace. Y'all have a good night.